Discoveries allow the mind and the soul to see, to hear, to experience, to understand a world unknown. Discovering Tribes.
According to the anthropologists, Mongkoma is assumed to be the earliest tribe of three main migrant groups that entered and settled in Myanmar. They were the descendants of Mongoloid race. Due to rough and strong weather and scarcity of food, they had left Mongolian plateau in over 5000 BC in search of a better place to settle. In view of their history, their migration had been rather long and hard. Ta'ang Palaung belongs to Mongkoma tribe, and there are two Ta'ang sub-ethnic groups, Ru and Kuru. Ta'ang women from Ru group wear rattan rings around their waist, and they take Ru as their first name. However, Kuru Ta'ang women don't wear rattan rings around their waist.
လွန်ခဲ့တဲ့ BC 9000ခန့်ကမွန်ဂိုကုန်းမြင့်မြင့်မှာဆင်းသက်လာတဲ့မွန်ဂိုရိုက်လူမျိုးစုကြီးနဲ့မွန်ခမာအုပ်စုဖြစ်ပါတယ်ခင်ဗျာအဲမွန်ခမာအုပ်စုမှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်မွန်ဝပလောင်ပါဝင်ပါတယ်ရှေ့အကြဆုံးမွန်ခမာအုပ်စုအနေနဲ့ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်လွန်ခဲ့တဲ့နှစ်ပေါင်း3000ကျော်ခန့်ကမြန်မာနိုင်ငံရဲ့တောင်ပိုင်းအလယ်ပိုင်းဒေသတွေဝင်ရောက်ပြန့်နှံ့နေထိုင်ခဲ့တယ်လို့သမိုင်းပညာရှင်တွေကဆိုထားပါတယ်
Concerning the habit of Ru Ta'ang women wearing rattan rings, Upose, chairman of Ta'ang History Compilation Committee under Ta'ang Literature and Culture Central Committee of Myanmar, has an explanation. The Ta'ang used to live across China. During three Chinese dynasties, Ta'ang warriors were called Tenjapin, rattan soldiers. It was because they were great warriors and skilled in using weapons made of rattans, and thus they were recorded as rattan warriors by Chinese.
Ta'ang Palaung လူမျိုးနွယ်စုရဆိုလို့ရှိရင်အားလုံးအုပ်စုအဖြစ်ခွဲကြည့်မယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်အုပ်စုနှစ်စုတွေ့ရပါတယ်ခါကျင်ကွန်းဖတ်ထားတဲ့အုပ်စုနဲ့ကျင်ကွန်းမဖတ်ထားတဲ့အုပ်စုကိုတွေ့ရှိရပါတယ်ခါကျင်ကွန်းဖတ်ထားတဲ့အုပ်စုဟာ23မျိုးရှိပါတယ်ခါကျင်ကွန်းမဖတ်ထားတဲ့အုပ်စုဟာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကဒူးဆမ်လုံကွန်ဟိုင်တဲ့ဘန်းနင်တောင်မခွန်ဟော့တို့ဖြစ်ပါတယ်အရင်တော့ကတော့73မျိုးလို့တမိုင်းပြည်သူတွေဒီလောက်တဲ့ဒီစင်းတောင်းလူမျိုးနွယ်စုကိုစုစည်းထားတဲ့တမိုင်းဆရာတွေဆိုထားပါတယ်တိုးတော်လည်းပဲအရင်ခေတ်စနစ်ကဒီနယ်မြေအလုံးကိုပြန်လဲမစုစည်းသေးတဲ့တော့ကြောင့်73မျိုးဆိုထားပါတယ်ယခုတမိုင်းဆရာမအိုက်ကောရေးထားတဲ့တမိုင်းစာအုပ်အရာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့တောင်းလူမျိုးနွယ်စုဟာခုနကျင်ခါကုန်းဝတ်ထားတဲ့အုပ်စု23မျိုးနဲ့မဝတ်ထားတဲ့အုပ်စု9မျိုး28မျိုးရှိပါတယ်အဲ့ဒီ28မျိုးမှာအချို့မျိုးနွယ်စုတွေဟာအ ਨੇ ချင်းသာယာကနန်းသာကြံရှိရတယ်တွေ့ရပါတယ်ဟုတ်တယ်
There were also many brave Ta'ang heroines in addition to male warriors. That did worry the Chinese emperor, so the Chinese royal servicemen made Ta'ang women wear rattan rings around their waists to weaken their fighting spirit. With the time passing, it is assumed to have become their custom. as it is the trick of the enemy to break their fighting spirit and defeat them. That assumption is hard to be accepted. Previously, they used only rattan rings, but later they started using more matching silver string, silver foil, silver spring, colorful plastic and cotton string, multicolored buttons and sequins. The belief and worship of Father Sun and Mother Dragon by Daang Palaung was conceived about 2000 BC. However, when they settled in Tatau, Suvarnabhumi, together with the Mon and Hwa ethnic people, they started to follow Buddhism. Later, they gave up worshipping the guardian spirits of the sun and the dragon. Instead, they gradually accepted that they were the descendants of the Father Sun and Mother Dragon, and it has become their traditional belief. Nowadays, the Daang Palaung are the followers of Buddhism. However, they don't ignore the ethnic origin of the Father Sun and Mother Dragon. They use them as the holy symbols on the stamps and the stone pillar, and as the cover photos of the Daang Palaung textbooks and annual calendar.
Tatisa kali lungai de mya pa macan. Sape do tan yaw la ong, sape do tin cha nai ong so bro ma jano ro ka nit sin nit tai myo ne atidi ma sape tin nan doi phwin li tin cha ra shi de.
The writing of Daang literature was created in parallel with that of Mon literature. Mon literature developed, but Daang literature didn't. The reason is that the languages Mon and Daang people used were very similar to the point of being considered as one.
Jano ro myama ekaya bi ka 33 long shi de a the ma jano ro Daang ekaya ka ba so de sa long talong to la de. ကျွန်တော်တို့တန်းလူမျိုးအလုံးကပြောတဲ့စကားအရာကကျွန်တော်တို့ဗဆိုတဲ့ V အတန်ကိုမရှိမဖြစ်သုံးများတဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီစာလုံးတစ်လုံးကိုထည့်သွင်းပြီးတော့မှသုံးထားတာဖြစ်တယ်အဲဒါကြောင့်မို့ကျွန်တော်တို့တန်းကြီးတွေက34လုံးရှိတာဖြစ်ပါတယ်
With the development of Yonshan Buddhism after 15th century AD, the Daang language was influenced by Yonshan language. In spite of the need to revive their own literature, they couldn't because they were often being war victims and fled for their lives. So they had to use Yonshan language for over 600 years. In honor of Padang Conference that confirmed the only one version of Daang literature, a commemorative stone pillar was erected in Padang village. And Daang Literature Day is annually held on every 30th August. Nowadays, the Daang Palaung people live in the north, east, and south of Shan State in Myanmar, while others settle in Yunnan in China and in the north of Thailand. However, they mostly live in groups in the towns and villages of northern Shan State.
600စုပတ်ဝန်းကျင်ရောက်တဲ့အခါကျတော့ဒီဘက်တို့ဗာမဲမြန်မာအုပ်စုကဝင်ရောက်အင်အားတိုးပွားလာတဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်အောက်ပိုင်းနေတဲ့ပလောင်အုပ်စုတွေဟာတဖြည်းဖြည်းအရာဝတီပြည်ကြောင်အတိုင်းစံတက်လာပြီးတော့ရှမ်းပြည်ကုန်းပြည်ကိုစတင်ဝင်ရောက်နေရွှေ့လျားတယ်လို့တမိုင်းမှာဆိုထားပါတယ်။ AD 800စုကနေ1400စုအထိ ဒီလွတ်ရမှုကြီးဟာတစ်စိုက်မတ်မတ်ဒီရှမ်းကုန်းပြည်မြင့်ကိုစုစည်းပြောင်းရွှေ့လာတာတွေ့ရပါတယ်
Tea leaf plantation is the main livelihood of these hill tribe people. In addition, they do hillside cultivation and terraced farming. According to the record, they started tea leaf plantation in the year 815. So that it has been for about 1200 years. When it comes to quality, Palaung tea leaves are the best. There is even a Myanmar saying which praises about the quality of Palaung tea, which are grown and handpicked carefully and systematically. The product is learned to be much loved locally as well as internationally. Time has come for the hill tribe people to adapt to the advanced technology in the cultivation and production of tea. Not only do they grow tea systematically, but also they build factories and used machines to process and produce quality tea varieties and put them to market. Palaung Tea Association is formed and tea is being produced by machine or in a traditional way. They also grow maize, sesame, peanut and sugarcane plantations. In particular, sugarcane is cultivated commercially and primarily sent to local sugar mills. It is another source of income for Ta'am Palaung people. A laborer who harvests sugarcane plants can earn from 15,000 to 20,000 jugs a day.